When it comes to business planning, both corporate and entrepreneurial, this woman is stuff, and I believe whether you're investing, whether you're starting your own business, whether you're a little seed, you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. So she will literally help you from projection. It's like to really fully get the insight and she can give you that plan. So again, have your notebook, have your paper out, because this is going to help you literally give you the catapult your business. So without further ado, my girl, MsBankle, Sadè Bank. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Let me tell you, I know that you all are very special because now on a Saturday morning to pursue their calling, their dreams, their visions to have a better society through their products and services. So I congratulate all of you today. Thank you for coming. So, as my dear sister, as we said, my name is also known as MsBankle, and I am a visionary. I am a minister at the Congregation of the Mighty here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I am a business. And before I grace any stage, I just want to say thank you, Lord, for the opportunity. My mouth like fire to break your people through on today. In Jesus' name, amen. Just sit on down here. So how many of you are excited to the next level? Amen. So what I need, you got your pencils. Make sure that you got your pens, because I'm a natural teacher and I can give you a lot of valuable tips that you're going to want to write down, and not only just write them down, do it. Don't go ahead and execute these strategies and these tips to be able to take my clients from making barely able to make payroll when they came to get over a $3 million business. Praise the Lord. I've been started with 3 and they're downline to 800. Excuse me. I've had clients that moved to government contracts, as well as be able to secure wholesale with retailers. So you guys want to make sure that you're writing down the information as a producer. You can go ahead and take your business to the next level, okay? All right. So essentially, because I hated being bored, I detested it. I don't like having to worry about how things are going to get taken care of. So at the age of 8, I told my mother to be the president of the United States. Not realizing that was the power, because when you're in poverty, you feel powerless. I wanted to be able to saturate it in an environment that was hopeless. I am the product of 2 born in the 80s. My parents were crackheads when they were. So being able to be in out, God placed something so special in me that just couldn't die. I want to empower people, and as I crossed over into the next leg of my journey of salvation, I wanted to do it for the flesh. Okay? And so we're here today because I want to help you I want to break off your limiting beliefs. I want to break off the spirit of ignorance off of you. Typically, what it means to run a profitable business. Usually we start out with, I'm going to, go and spend all this money on marketing. I'm going to do all of these things. But the principles of success, you don't know the principles of business. You don't know the science of business. You guys, no matter what you believe or who you are, money is not biased. They have to yield. They will only yield to those. They will only yield to those who know how to access the treasury through the principle of creation before we were here. You guys, we've had people And one thing that they have in common is they were able to master the principles of their duty. It's not only when you're called to business, you have a duty to prosper, a duty to give your clients the most excellent and optimal that you can do, okay? That you are capable of. And then when you reach your limit, it is depending on how big you want your business, depending on how big you want that vision. So fantasy. I want this $1 million business, but I want all my time. Every entrepreneur that I work with that has been able to cross over to the 6 and 7 figure revenue, true enough, they have a lot of automation going, and it gets easy. It gets a little bit easier. They put systems in place, but trust and believe, it didn't start off that way. They were burning the midnight oil. They were sacrificing, giving up. What cost are you willing to pay? Because if you're not willing to pay the cost of sometimes having a sleepless night or two, to go to that family reunion, or being able to cut back on being comfortable so you can invest in your business, if that be your financial case, right, then you're going to pay the cost. Everything, anything, anybody ever achieve greatness, it requires a cost. So settle that up now. Count the cost before you start a business if you're just starting. For those of you who have been in business for many years, I'm sure you cost you something. I've had to move here from Buffalo, New York, from my family, from my friends, to follow the vision that God has given me for entrepreneurship. Now, I can say that that move that I made, because of that seed that I sowed of sacrifice. I was the director of operations for a global ministry. I was able to, as I said before, barely making it into the multi-millions because I made this sacrifice. So what sacrifice? So that up now. What am I not willing to do? And what am I willing to do? I know we're talking about business vice minister. And one of my gifts I have is a wisdom. And so, write down what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not willing to sacrifice. And be true to yourself. Oh God, what you wrote down on that paper. But it's important to know what you're willing to give, okay? And so, one of the things that I help my clients to do and what I've achieved, bringing them into the multi-millions and into 6 figures, is because we have so many ideas, especially if you have the natural gift and anointed goodness. We can just think of all these ways to monetize and all these ways we want to do, but we don't have a plan. We don't have clarity. We don't start with something small and grow it into something large. We automatically start off with the large, something small. If you're faithful over little, then you can be ruler over much. It's much less beginnings. It's much lessons to be learned in those failed businesses. How many of you have had a failed business? Multiple, many. Okay. All right. I know it's $1 trying to make something happen for your business, and then to go ahead and do something that you envision and not make any sales. I know what that's like when they say plus here. Okay, and so I'm sure many of you have been there as well, but I was willing to pay that cost in business. Every no, just think of it. You have to shift your mind. That's taking you to, I'm going to say yes. You keep knocking on enough doors, that door is going to have to answer, okay? And business as well. I'm also able to, and it's my you who are on the brink that's saying, you know, I've been doing this for a matter of years. My sincere hope is that to give you hope on today, that who Walt Disney, how many times he went big times before he was able to really kick open the door and have massive success. So it's you that if you are feeling hopeless and that you want to quit, that you need to go and to study some other journey and draw wisdom for it. For those of you who have had failed businesses, that way you don't repeat your mistakes. You need to go back over your failed businesses and of it. Excuse me. What did I do right? What I change? Glean from those lessons of wisdom. So that way we don't repeat cycle. We as African Americans, financially, we are on the bottom of the food chain. To end, this has to end. Our ancestors did not die for this. Jesus Christ came that we may have life and have life more abundantly, not be on the bottom of the barrel. Not God's plan for you. That's not His plan for you when He gave you that vision of that business of success. Okay, and so what we're going to be really covering today is talking about business. So the 5 pillars of business. Every business needs this to achieve success. All right. Now, they have to have a spiritual component. No matter what you believe, where you're from, who you are. Business is first spiritual. Everything began in natural. I'll give you an example with your thought. Your thought is intangible. Your thought you cannot touch. It is a spirit. And then you have to do the work in order to manifest it into tangible physical product. So everything starts spiritual. Steve Jobs, when he invented for Apple, that was spiritual. Those were concepts and ideas. Now, before his death, Apple was one of the most prosperous companies. And then we have the financial component. We have the marketing component. We have brand relations. Okay, so first let's talk about the spiritual component, all right? A little bit more. What every business must do is build up their spiritual currency. You have an action. And how do you grow your spiritual currency? You do that through building trust. Business with somebody that you don't trust. In fact, once you lose, you're going to only tell your mother, your sister, your father. You're going to tell everybody on social media. I know I've done that. Vending machines, not vending machines, but ice machines always being broken, right? I'm so sick of that anyway. Don't sue me, $10. I love y'all. But you're going to tell people, and that's going to withdraw. That's going to deplete how you treat your customers. That helps to build up that spiritual currency. Remember, every spirit before it becomes in the natural. So once you do what you have to do to build up the faith in your business, they have to know, like, when you go and you sit on this chair, you have the faith is not going. They have to have faith that when they purchase your product or invest in your service, that it's going to do. So now we're talking about integrity. How is your integrity? Are you on your products and services? Are you delivering what you promise? All of those things you do, that is going to build up your spiritual currency. The greater spiritual currency you are, the greatest amount of profitability. Okay? Just remember that. There are other ways that we can build trust. You build trust through consistency. You build trust through training. You can offer guarantees on your products or your services. Ever heard of the 30-day guarantee? Building trust for you. That's them trying to build up their spiritual currency and purchase that product or that service. And then we're talking about a little bit more about faith. People to increase their faith. Everybody has faith. The dog has faith. And then wag a little tail, it has faith that you're going to respond with a loving action. Faith. It does not matter what you believe or who you are. Everybody has faith, okay? We build that up through testimonials. It's very important. I often find with some of the newer audience, they don't grab testimonials. You have to have what they call street cred, right? There has to be the first to try something out. Sometimes just take yourself out of your fantasy, take business, because really business is not really that emotional, unless you're trying to sell a product, right? It's about numbers and about service. So go ahead, gather your testimonials. If you are willing to do it getting out a candidate, having somebody come in, maybe getting a college student that you can pay a few dollars a college to do a commercial or infomercial for you, right? So let's be creative with the faith and trust in our businesses. That's very important. So now let's talk about it, okay? So your financial activities in a business include that revolve around the management of money and valuable assets. So when you're talking about a sales strategy, so you have to have a sales strategy, you got to know objectives and goals, and you also need to know your pricing. Now, all of this is not the traditional, but how many of you know all of the information I'm giving you is included indeed in a business plan? It's going to tell you how much all of the testimonials the community loves what we have to offer. It's going to talk about sales. It's going to talk about marketing. It's going to talk about what we're going over today. I'm just starting you off at a micro level, right? Because before you have someone that's willing to come and invest $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in your business, they real you. Rich people do not part with their money easily, and they don't like. You have to make sure that all of your ducks are in a row, so to speak, before you can actually to open up their treasury and to sow into your business or to invest. It's important, okay? So you have to have the sales strategy. So your sales strategy is to sell more products and more services. You have to develop a way to move people to customers or clients. Strangers to customers. So you have to devise a way in order for that to happen, to move people along, to know you, to like you, and to trust you, and then they'll purchase. What you have to do also be able to get people to know you, like you, and trust you, is you have to be consistent. Dropping the ball anytime a disappointment comes. If you faint in the day of adversity, then you have to tap into the strength that you have to be times of disappointment with your business when things don't work out, right? So not only do people have to have faith in all of the gifts, the talents, and the resources that have been given to you. You don't get a vision. You get a vision because it has the expectation for you to manifest it in the earth. Okay, so then let's talk about so once you have your sales strategy, the customer, then you also need to think about what business model are you going to employ. This is what's going to help you generate a consistent income every week, every month, every day. Some ideas of business models are subscriptions, like Box, where women of color can do subscription box with all type of hair products and nail products. That's how they make their money. That's their business model, is subscription. Then you have subscriptions. Everybody knows about Netflix, right? So you have to say, okay, what's good for me? Should I do a subscription, or should I do a brick and mortar and online e-commerce store? Which is going to fit best for the vision plan that I have? You can do brick and mortar and e-commerce. So you have to determine what's going to generate a consistent income and revenue stream, so it does not fail. The other thing is you have to have the correct payment systems that are suitable for you guys. We were trying to rush a business together one time. This is a rush a business to the floor, and we tried this new beta company, and they gave promises, and we just hopped right on. We didn't test, we didn't do the demo, we just went in, and then we started telling people, hey, come to the website, we're ready to start taking subscription. Alexis here, she knows, we worked together. And it wasn't until the day of a major conference where people were coming from all over the United States. We didn't do our due diligence and making sure that we had the right payments to support the business the business model and the sales strategy that we had developed. Very, very important. Say you learn from your failures. I will never do that again. Okay, pricing. Oftentimes with entrepreneurs, I see you guys just want to double up. No, because you have all of the expenses of that product or that service. You have to know your break even is. Please write that down. Google it and learn how to equation. Break even tells you exactly. It compares your pricing, expenses, and it tells you how many products or services you need to sell in order to level profit and not to lose anything. That number is extremely important. Your business and double and just doubling, or like if you're selling a product, you're not consider any of the expenses. This is a rookie mistake. I've done this. And your business is paying yourself. You're frustrating the people around you because you're constantly complaining about why your business is not. You have a lot of pride, like I did it. Also, you're not telling anybody, but you're suffering inside. How to properly price your products and your services. Then you gotta also know how much you want. All for taking a few months when you're building the business out, not paying, reinvesting in. That's a smart thing to do. But after a while, you're gonna want to give yourself a salary. That into your financial projections. Include that into your break-even plan. Often as Black women, we can be like, I'll do this is my church friend. I'm gonna do it for her for free. I'm not gonna charge the value. I'm not gonna really charge what it's worth. And why is that? Men don't think this is the price and that's it, right? And so we have to come into them. Have a duty to the division. I have a duty to the men, to the women, to the families, to be able to reach them. That I can give them my product. That I can give them my service, and I cannot grow my business worth if I do not charge value. I'm doing myself a disservice. I'm doing all of the seeds that I've sown. I am doing that a disservice. I'm doing the guidance, and I'm doing the people that I'm called to serve a disservice. So anytime that you want to your products undervalue those services, you just want the hookup or whatever, keep that in mind. And you're hurting the people that you're called to serve. You have to know if people are loving your products, loving your services, charge your worth. You have proof that you have something that is valuable. Okay? Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is pricing. Oftentimes I see entrepreneurs, they either undercharge or they're so excited overcharge. You have to be able to test and try out which price your ideal customer or client. Why do you think everything is $19.99? It's something about that penny. If it's a penny, now how do they know that? Psychology. They studied it. They tested the market. For some people, it's like, no, I'm good. You have to be able to test and try out your prices. Rob you of your inheritance. Don't let fear rob you of your harvest, product, and your service and your pricing. You may be pleasantly surprised. People are willing to what you are offering. So go ahead and work and play with your prices a little bit in your response. Okay? Now let's talk about your marketing. By which you attract leads. Marketing is the lifeblood of your business. If your business is as good as dead. I am so tired of seeing people on Facebook, won't nobody buy my product. Or what's that mean? If you share something, if you share about your business, you only get one like, listen, your family and friends, they want to support you. But after a while, you have to put a plan in, you have to develop a strategy to be able to reach those strangers. And then you have to take them from being strangers to a customer. You have to develop a marketing campaign that's going to not knowing you at all, not trusting you, not having faith in you, to being able to. These are all of the things that are required for you to have a successful business. You're on those people that you know. And really, why don't we market? Because of fear of rejection. Because our product is not good enough. We're fearful we won't be able to execute. Listen here, get free. Get free. If that is something that you are dealing with, then that is something that you need to. So then let's talk about, we talked about marketing, we've talked about your finance, let's talk about your branding, okay? So branding is the actual way that you do build that like trust, purchase factor. People want to know, what do you stand for? COVID-19 and the world is going all crazy. People want to invest in businesses that they can align with their values. Okay, so that is very important. So you must be able to communicate. What is our mission? Why is our business here? How is it going to better your life? Why do you need my product or service? People that are just meeting me, I say, I help you get clarity and I increase your profit potential. Now, how do you get clarity and increase your profit potential? Some of us are so wordy, even get to the rest of the elevator pitch. Okay, let's work on getting to the point, ladies. Especially if you're dealing with somebody that has a heavy busy schedule, kids, husband, businesses, school, how to get to the point. All right, and so with your branding, you have to have why we're placed on the earth. What are we here to do? You have to have your vision. What is your end goal you want to achieve? What is the ultimate vision for the business? Okay, these things, and communicating them through your marketing is going to factor. There's also a thing called colors. You guys need to study color psychology. That don't be want the basics. Okay, pink triggers what in the brain? Femininity. Right? Green triggers what in the brain? Cleanliness, clarity. Blue triggers what in the brain? Efficiency, systems, optimization. Pick the colors of your business that are in alignment with your brand voice. Communicate to the public about your business. If you're a luxury business, silver, metallics. Okay? If you are a cleaning business, yellows, whites. Okay? You don't want to do black and brown, and you end up cleaning business. That does not. I'm done as soon as I see a logo and it's brown, and you're telling me you're a cleaning company. I'm done. We make decisions like that because we have a lot of judgments and a lot of decisions to make. We don't, overcomplicate the colors that we're choosing, the words that we're choosing, and that of your consumer. And also ask people. Do a survey online to ask people, hey, what do you guys think about this? Or what do you guys think about that? Find out what the customer is. Okay? For example, if you cater to elderly people, right? It's not the best place for you to be. You need to be, they're still watching TV. They're still watching their story. So you might want to look into doing a commercial ad. They're still reading the newspaper, right? So where your ideal customer is, all right? And so the other thing is characteristics that you want people to associate with your brand. What is your brand? That's important. What are the 5 things that you want people to, what do you want them to think? Definitely write that down. Very, very shameless plug. Everything that I'm going over is in my book, From Zero to Business, the Profitable Business God's Way. All 5 keys, all 5 pillars in this book. It's 116 pages. It covers your social media. It covers your marketing. It covers how to actually properly price your products and position yourself for profit. So how spiritually grow and really make God the CEO of your business. That's important for those in Him we live and move and have our being, and that includes your business. We we actually did some data, and 60% of Christians don't know that God cares. 60%. So only 40% of people that are Christian are entrepreneurs. In that word, that God actually cares about their business. How sad, how tragic is that? So, yep. So this book here, you can purchase it at my table. Now, let's talk a little bit more marketing. You need to know some things. You need to know the demographics of the people that you need to know their annual income. Can they afford your product or service? I was selling custom jewelry in the hood where really no one makes it, but my pieces were $200-300. I can speak on this because I lived it, but I would be integral. So you have to be able to know their annual income. Are they female? Where are they located? That's business to customer. If you're a whole other set of things you have to look at. You have to look at what is their annual revenue. Also, their employees do they have? What are their pain points? And both of the need to know their pain points and what problem that your business can solve for them and expediently. Okay? And so you need to think about where you're going to place social media only. Are you going to go to different local establishments and leave your networking events? I mean, your network is your network. That is true. That's just not some truth, okay? You never know who has the key that you need for your next level to bring. So we don't want to be shy. We don't want to stick in our cliques. Get out there. Listen, I'm only black in the room. I do not care. It does not matter. Why? Because somebody in that room, I walk in with the expectation there's somebody in that room that God brought me through, whether they are a believer or not. I've experienced it. So we have to come out of that mindset as well as this is wonderful, this is great. But you have to, if you're able to make yourself uncomfortable and to potentially be the only black person in the room, maybe we're doing. Let's get this money. It's that simple, right? And so, experience that you want your customers or your clients to have. How do you want them to feel if once they open up that box, right, and you ship it to them? How do you want them to feel? What emotional attachment do you want them to have to your brand and to your business? We are a society that really thrives on family. We thrive on connection. We thrive on emotional people. So you want to be able to tap into that and think about how your business is with your ideal customer. For example, if you sell wedding dresses, some pictures of these wonderful immaculate weddings all on your website, and talk about the right dress and the right colors, and so you want that's emotionally a concern of that future bride. You will put that in your website. You will put that into your market. We're wrapping up, so let's talk about your operations. So we have our zeal. We're excited. 6 and 7 figure business. We have all of these plans, all of these goals. We're marketing. We're on social media. That if you don't have the right systems in place, your business is going to fail. If you don't do this, it's going to fail. You don't do that, it's going to fail. Well, I want to keep it real with you. It will. Okay, you have to and figure out or team up with somebody, a coach, do what you have to do to be able to have at least a basic level understanding, because you can only do what you're not good at, which I do suggest. But you have to know about your brand. You have to be in control of your financial system so your business does not run away with you. IRS is a fair. So with your operations, oftentimes as Black women, we have this, I'm a strong help, I don't need nobody to help me. I don't want nobody in my business. Listen, we were not created on an island to do this alone. Anybody that did always has a team. They always have a team. So you have to think about what are that. Let's be honest. Honesty. I'm not good at graphic artist work, so I do it, but no, that's a talent that she has. So I'll reach out to her and say, hey, you help me put together this branding package or help me do this, and she'll do it. We're friends and we work to be able to delegate out certain tasks. Don't be stressing about sending that email if you're not good with writing out paragraphs and all of that, right? Get somebody that can do it. It's the website, fiverr.com, upwork.com, if you want a little bit more quality help, right? I'm always in between those two, trying to a task, because you don't want to burn out. One of the major reasons why businesses burn out is because of burnout, poor money management. Those are the two top reasons to help you to avoid that. So, and also iron sharpens iron. Join a community of be out here, by yourself and ask for help. It's a very, very, very good of counselors. There is safety. Somebody can tell you, no, girl, I know that your brand, right? They can be honest with you. You can be honest with them. You guys can grow together as a community. For your business, there's some things that I want you to do. I want you to think about everything your business runs. So you got to have somebody that's doing your marketing. You have to have somebody that's customers and offer customer service, right? Think about your business. What all roles to function properly? And you're going to label those, you're going to give those job titles, okay? With each job, you want to write down the descriptions. This is how corporate America does. So you need to think about what are the actual descriptions for this job. What is this job? What is its purpose in the business? Then you want to create success measures. How did I know that this job is actually being performed correct? So, for example, if you have a sales position, if you're not really good at sales, say you're a designer and but you're not really good at selling your products or your services, right? So you can hire somebody to do it. So how will you know if that person is successful if you don't give them parameters? I need for you to be bringing in, I work for a bank. You had to have this amount of money coming in that raise or get that bonus or even keep your job. They understood their measures of success, same thing, okay? Then you want to be able to assign the jobs. We talked about this. Are you going to do? What are you going to hire somebody else to do? Okay? So those are your operations. And then you also need to discover what systems are going to help me best run my business. Automation is key. Automation is key, right? We all have a very limited time in our day down doing tasks that are not going to be profit generating. Every day, you should be doing something. Well, depending on who you are on Sunday. But other than that, every day, I'm focusing on doing something that's going to bring up this, whether I'm networking, whether I'm reaching out to somebody, whether I'm making calls, whether I'm here with all of you fabulous, wonderful, talented, gifted women, right? That is going to bring in profitability and expand my reach in the marketplace. So just the 5 pillars of business: spiritual, financial, branding, and operations. You need all 5 to generate and manifest that vision that you have for business. Now, these are some action items to commit to doing. Is to saying, okay, looking over your business and say, okay, in which one do I need help? Am I not so good in? And then you need to develop a strategy or develop able to close that hedge, right? Because anything that is not protected, anything out is very vulnerable to attack. Okay? So you want to think about that. To register, have a webinar coming up on August 30th. It's called From Pennies to Profit Monetization, 5 Winning Monetization Strategies. Now you can go ahead and you can freeze a masterclass. Again, it's August 30th from 7 to about 8:15. The website to register is bit.ly/pennies, bit.ly/pennies to profits. And you can visit my website, www.MsBankable.com. Thank you. I pray that